Today we're going to show you how easy it is to instrument a system using Sysdig Cloud. Sysdig Cloud is the world's first container-native monitoring and troubleshooting solution. And with one command, you can get visibility into not only your host, not only the containers running on that host, but actually the applications and custom metrics running inside those containers as well. So let's hop into this completely empty environment and show you how to do it. Now, what you see here is there's no data flowing in. There are no hosts in this table. Let's go over here to the systems area and go to agent installation. Agent installation gives us instructions on how to install in various environments. You'll see here Docker installation instructions, CoreOS installation instructions, as well as a kind of vanilla Linux installation. Let's use the Docker instructions. Now, typically, there are two steps. First is to install kernel headers using either of these two commands here. It's basically entering this command and running it. I already have kernel headers on my host, so I'm going to use the second command, which is a simple Docker run command. Now, let's hop over to a terminal window. And what you'll see in this terminal window is that I've got a couple containers running, making up a very simple application. Now I'm going to run the command that I copied over from Sysdig Cloud. What's happening now is that Docker is grabbing the most recent version of the Sysdig Cloud agent and installing it. As it installs the agent, the information is beginning to be sent back to Sysdig Cloud. This information is not only information about the underlying host, but it's capturing information about each of the containers running, as well as what's running inside the containers. We auto-discover the applications running in those containers, as well as any custom metrics like statsd or JMX flowing out of those containers. All right, let's see how our instrumentation went by hopping back into Sysdig Cloud and clicking over to the Explore tab. The Explore tab gives you a dynamic drill-down view of everything running in your environment. So first of all, here we see a single host, and if we click on this single host, we get an overview, in this case, an overview by process for what's happening on this host. And you can just see where the information starts picking up and the resource utilization starts picking up here. So that's interesting, but what you'll also see is that Sysdig Cloud gives you the ability to drill down and see what's running inside that host as well. For example, we can click on this MySQL container. And again, we get an overview by process for the MySQL container. That's interesting, but Sysdig Cloud also gives you the ability to get application-centric views. So here, I searched for a MySQL view, and I click on this MySQL application pre-built dashboard, and you see here the information I'm getting is not only CPU memory disk, but instead things like errors, request times, average request times, top queries, and even top tables. All in one instrumentation viewpoint, we can see not only how the container is doing, but how the application is doing as well. Let's push it one step further here. As opposed to looking at a pre-built views, let's instead look at metrics. And let me search for MySQL metrics. And what you'll see here is we have a number of statsd metrics that we're collecting out of the box. And you'll see that we were able to do this without instrumenting any kind of statsd server or anything to that effect. Most of these won't have very much information right now, but what you'll see is that this information is already flowing into the system. And as you start using your system more so than I would be in this demo environment, you'll be able to collect these statsd metrics without any additional effort or work. So in just a couple of minutes, we showed you how to instrument a system, how to capture not only container metrics, but application metrics and custom metrics like statsd. This is all with one simple instrumentation command from Sysdig Cloud. So I encourage you to try it yourself. It'll just take you a few minutes to get going, and you'll be glad you did. Thanks.